What if you could have a conversation with an AI that's almost indistinguishable from a human? What if that AI could write like a seasoned author, translate languages, and even create poetry? Yes, we're talking about a realm where AI isn't mere science fiction but a reality where it's capable of understanding and generating human-like text. This isn't a hypothetical future, it's here, it's now. Welcome to the world of GPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer, where all this and more is possible. Dive deep into the fascinating world of GPT. Generative Pre-training Transformer, or GPT, might sound like a mouthful, but it's a concept that's revolutionizing the way we interact with artificial intelligence. Imagine a student who learns by reading a vast library of books, absorbing the nuances and patterns in the text. Now, if you replace this student with an AI model, you have the basic idea of GPT. It's a machine learning model that is trained on a large corpus of text from the internet. This training allows it to understand and generate human-like text based on the patterns it has learned. But how does GPT work? Well, think of it as a predictive text generator on steroids. When you type a message on your phone, it often suggests the next word based on what you've already typed. GPT operates on a similar principle, but at a much larger scale. It uses the context of the input text to predict what should come next. But instead of just suggesting a single word, it can generate whole sentences, paragraphs, and even entire articles, and it doesn't stop at generating text. GPT is versatile and can be used in a variety of applications. It can write poetry, draft emails, answer questions, translate languages, and even write code. It's like having a virtual assistant who's a jack of all trades. But what makes GPT truly remarkable is its ability to generate coherent and contextually relevant text. It doesn't just string together random words, it crafts sentences that make sense and stay on topic. It's almost like having a conversation with a human, except that you're chatting with an AI model. GPT's magic lies in its training. It learns from billions of sentences, understanding language patterns, grammar rules, and even some worldly facts. It's like a sponge soaking in the vast ocean of internet text, learning and adapting as it goes. So GPT essentially learns from patterns and applies this knowledge to generate human-like text. But as you'll see in the next scenes, GPT isn't perfect. It has its limitations and raises some interesting ethical questions, but there's no denying that it's a fascinating glimpse into the future of AI. GPT didn't just appear out of nowhere, it has a history. Indeed, the evolution of Generative Pre-trained Transformers, or GPT, is a fascinating journey that started with the first version, GPT-1. Launched by OpenAI in June 2018, GPT-1 was a promising start. It demonstrated the potential of transformer-based language models, leaving the AI community excited for what was to come. Fast forward to February 2019, the world was introduced to GPT-2. This model was a significant upgrade from its predecessor, boasting 1.5 billion parameters. It could generate full paragraphs of text that seemed almost human-written. But its release was not without controversy. OpenAI initially withheld the full model, citing concerns about potential misuse. However, after seeing no substantial real-world harm, the full model was eventually released. And then came the big one, GPT-3, in June 2020. With a staggering 175 billion parameters, GPT-3 was leaps and bounds beyond GPT-2. This model could generate impressively coherent and contextually relevant sentences. It could write essays, answer questions, and even translate languages. The AI community was astounded by its capabilities, yet the release of GPT-3 sparked a new wave of discussions around the ethical implications of such powerful technology. Each version of GPT has been a step forward in the quest to create AI that can understand and generate human-like text. With every iteration, the models became more sophisticated, capable of understanding complex language patterns and generating more coherent and contextually appropriate responses. The journey from GPT-1 to GPT-3 has been marked by incredible progress. Each version has pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible, bringing us closer to a future where we can have more human-like conversations with AI. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. From GPT-1 to GPT-3, the progress has been phenomenal, bringing us closer to having more human-like conversations with AI. The evolution of GPT is an exciting chapter in the broader narrative of AI development, a chapter that is still being written. Now you might be wondering, where do we see GPT in our daily lives? Well, the answer is, quite possibly, everywhere. GPT has been quietly transforming our interactions with technology, making them more intuitive, efficient, and human-like. Consider chatbots, for example. These automated systems have been around for a while, but with GPT they've become incredibly sophisticated. They understand context and can carry on a conversation that feels almost like chatting with a human. Whether you're asking your smart speaker for the weather forecast or getting customer support from a website, there's a good chance you're interacting with GPT. Then, there's content creation. GPT is being used to generate everything from marketing copy to news articles. And it's not just about quantity, but also quality. GPT can create content that is engaging, relevant, and even witty. It's like having a team of professional writers at your fingertips. And let's not forget translation services. GPT is helping break down language barriers by providing fast, accurate translations. Whether you're reading a foreign news article or communicating with someone who speaks a different language, GPT is there to help bridge the gap. In the realm of education, GPT is proving to be an invaluable tool. It can help students with homework, offer explanations on complex topics, and even generate practice questions. It's like having a personal tutor available around the clock. And these are just a few examples. GPT is also being used in fields like law, healthcare, and finance, helping professionals save time and deliver better results. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about GPT is that it's learning and improving all the time. Every interaction, every conversation, every piece of content it generates, it's all part of a continuous learning process. So the GPT of today is smarter, more capable, and more helpful than it was yesterday. And the GPT of tomorrow, well, that's something to look forward to. GPT is becoming a part of our daily lives, enhancing our interactions with technology. However, like any technology, GPT comes with its own set of limitations and ethical considerations. One of the main limitations of GPT is its inability to truly understand context. While it's capable of generating human-like text based on the prompts it's given, it doesn't actually comprehend the meaning behind the words. It can't discern between factual information and falsehoods, and it can't distinguish sarcasm from sincerity. This can result in outputs that are nonsensical, inappropriate, or misleading. Furthermore, GPT can sometimes produce content that's biased or offensive. It learns from the vast amount of data it's trained on, which includes all of the biases present in that data. As a result, it can inadvertently perpetuate harmful stereotypes or produce content that's politically biased. There are also ethical considerations to take into account. The potential for misuse of GPT is significant. Imagine the damage that could be done if it fell into the wrong hands. It could be used to generate fake news, create convincing phishing emails, or write fraudulent reviews, to name just a few possibilities. Moreover, there's the question of responsibility. Who is held accountable when GPT produces harmful or misleading content? Is it the developers of the technology, the people using it, or the AI itself? These are complex questions that we as a society need to grapple with. Finally, there's the concern about job displacement. As GPT becomes more advanced, it could potentially take over tasks currently performed by humans, leading to job losses in fields like journalism, customer service, and more. It's important to recognize these limitations and ethical concerns as we continue to develop and use GPT. By doing so, we can ensure that this technology is used responsibly and in a way that benefits society as a whole. The future of GPT is bright and promising, but it also raises some intriguing questions. As we peer into the crystal ball, we can see several potential paths for the development of generative pre-trained transformers. Firstly, we can expect to see even larger models, with more parameters, capable of understanding and generating more complex, nuanced text. This means GPT could become an even more powerful tool for tasks like translation, content creation, and even for simulating characters in video games. Imagine, for example, a world where language barriers become a thing of the past. With GPT, we could have real-time translation services that are as good, if not better, than human translators. Or consider the realm of entertainment, where GPT could be used to create more immersive, dynamic, and responsive experiences, with characters that can adapt and respond to players in real time. But the future of GPT isn't just about bigger and better models. It's also about making these models more accessible and understandable. Currently, GPT models are like black boxes. We can observe their inputs and outputs, but we don't really know what's happening in between. Future developments could focus on making these models more transparent, allowing us to understand why they make the decisions they do. And then there's the question of ethics. As GPT becomes more powerful and widespread, it's crucial that we consider the ethical implications. How do we ensure that these models are used responsibly? How do we avoid misuse? These are questions that we as a society will need to grapple with. But despite these challenges, the potential benefits of GPT are immense. Whether it's in healthcare, education, entertainment, or a myriad of other fields, GPT has the potential to revolutionize the way we live and work. The future of GPT is a thrilling prospect, offering endless possibilities for innovation. As we reach the end of this journey into the world of GPT, let's summarize what we've learned. We've peeled back the layers of this fascinating technology, unveiling the power of Generative Pre-trained Transformers, or GPT for short. This AI model, leveraging the might of machine learning, has the capacity to understand and generate human-like text, making it an intriguing player in the field of artificial intelligence. We've traced the evolution of GPT from its humble beginnings to its latest iteration, GPT-3. With each version, we've seen exponential growth in the model's capabilities, from a mere 770 million parameters in GPT-1 to an astounding 175 billion in GPT-3. It's clear that we're witnessing a rapid acceleration in this technology's development. Throughout this video, we've also delved into various ways GPT impacts our everyday lives. From drafting emails, writing articles, and even creating art, the applications of GPT are vast and continually expanding. It has the potential to revolutionize many sectors, including education, healthcare, and entertainment, to name a few. But we've also discussed that GPT is not without its limitations and ethical considerations. It can sometimes produce biased or inappropriate content, and there's the ever-present concern of deepfake technology and misinformation. These are challenges that need to be addressed as we move forward with this technology. So what does the future hold for GPT? While it's hard to predict with certainty, we can expect further improvements in its language understanding and generation abilities. We might see GPT models becoming more efficient, more customizable, and more ethical. We're likely to witness new applications of this technology that we can't even imagine today. But perhaps the most exciting prospect is the potential for GPT to lead us closer to achieving artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is a type of AI that exhibits human-like intelligence and understanding, capable of learning and applying knowledge across a wide range of tasks. It's a lofty goal, and while we're not there yet, advancements like GPT bring us a step closer to this vision. As we continue to explore the capabilities of GPT, one thing is certain: it's a game changer in the world of AI.